So the topic of today's sermon is just right. Now, I want to give you a couple examples of just right. There was an old story told. It's called, I think it's called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So basically, there were three bears. There was a mama bear, a papa bear, and a baby bear. They lived in a house in the woods, like a real human house. And one day they went outside for some reason. Then Goldilocks was lost in the forest, came to the house, and was hungry. So she went into the kitchen, and she saw 3 bowls of porridge. In Thai we call it dok. They found 3 bowls of porridge. The first bowl was too hot. So she picked up a spoon, took a taste, ooh, too hot. So she didn't eat it. She went to the second bowl. She took up a spoon, took one bite and said, ooh, too cold. So she didn't eat it. Then she found the third bowl. She took a bite and said, ooh, it was just right. So she ate all of that porridge. Then after eating enough, she got sleepy. So then she went to the bedroom. She saw 3 beds. She got into the first bed and said, ooh, this bed is too big. Said no. So she got out. Then she went to the second bed. She said, ooh, this bed is too big also. So she went to the third bed. She said, oh, this bed is just right. So after that, she fell asleep in the nice bed. It was the baby's bed. So what happened was, after a couple hours, she's asleep, the bears came home. When the bears came home, Papa Bear said, who took 1 spoon of my soup? And this was really loud. Then Mama Bear said, someone took 1 spoon of my soup too. And then Baby Bear said, but someone ate all of my soup. And then they went into the bedroom. Someone slept in my bed. And then the Mama Bear said, someone slept in my bed too. And then Baby Bear said, there's a girl sleeping in my bed right now. After that, of course, they woke her up and she ran away. That's the way the story ends. Now, the reason I tell you this story is that notice the pattern. Goldilocks went into it. She didn't just eat all 3. She didn't just eat any one. She tried to figure out which one was the best for her. She tried all of them. And she came to the conclusion, after experience, which one is the best. Now, there was a debate recently by 2 very famous people, Bill Nye, which is a scientist in America, versus another scientist named Ken Ham, who is a scientist for Christianity. There was a question that was asked that was very interesting to me. They asked him, you believe in God. You believe God created the world. What would need to happen for you to change your idea? And he said, I believe in God. Therefore, I will never change my idea. And when I heard that, I found that very interesting because you're a scientist. You're supposed to believe in evidence. You're supposed to believe in truth. But how can you be a scientist if you are so stubborn that you will believe in an idea no matter what? Even our Buddha, when he was going to a certain city, there was a lot of people there who were very confused because there were so many religions in that city before the Buddha got there. And so the Buddha got there and said, hey guys, I'm the Buddha, I'm here to teach you. And they said, hey, you're weird. You're just another person with a bald head, wearing a funny outfit, trying to tell me something that's true. How do I know yours is more true or less true than someone else's? We already have 60 religions in this city. And the Buddha said, with Buddhism, you're supposed to doubt. You're supposed to test it out. You're supposed to try it. And if it works, then it's right. But if it doesn't work, then it's not right. I'm not telling you to take anything on faith. Take it all on experience. And finally, the Buddha himself, when he designed this outfit, this cloth, he had to figure out how many cloths to give monks. Do I give you 1 cloth, 2 cloths, 3 cloths, 10 cloths, 100 cloths? How much? So do you know what he did? He took 1 cloth. He wore just 1 cloth, just the bottom only, just the pants or the dress only, and went to sit in the forest. So he was just sitting there in the forest from like 7 p.m. till midnight. He said, 1 cloth isn't good. But at 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m., he said, oh, it's starting to get a little bit cold. So he put on a shirt cloth. So he had 2 cloths. And he's like, okay, this is enough. Then around 3 or 4 in the morning, it got really cold. So he put on a 3rd cloth. And as he sat there until morning. He said, okay, so this is how I will decide the rule. I will give them 3 cloths, because 3 cloths is enough to keep them warm. He didn't just come out and say, 3 is the magic number, or 3 is perfect. He tried it. He tested it out first. So, all of these stories together combine to teach us a lesson. Are we stubborn? Do we just do things the same way all the time without changing because it's a habit or because someone taught us? Do we try new things out? Do we actually make experiments to see what's best for us? Or do we just follow our heart? Do we just follow tradition? Do we just follow what someone told us? If we do that, we are no different than crazy religion people or silly, foolish people who do things without thinking. The whole core of the Buddha's teaching is learn by doing. You do it, you make mistakes. You remember the mistakes, and you don't do it again. You do it again, and then you learn from the good stuff. You learn from the good times, and you remember the good. But it doesn't come from being perfect. Of course you make mistakes. We're human. It was a mistake to become human, to be born. It was already a mistake. But now that we're here, we do the best that we can with what we are given. That is our job as Buddhists, and that is our job as human, to continue to move forward, learning from our mistakes, and perfecting our habits and our personality as quickly as we can.